And hello, welcome homies. It is your pal Alan the homie. It is Saturday, April 12th, 2025. Tonight begins the first Passover Seder. Hello and welcome to Sally Scipio and Sharon L. Sharon L saying happy Passover. Thank you so much, Sharon. I appreciate that. And Sally, so great to see you. I'm glad you're both here, and hopefully we'll be joined by some more people in a little while. Now, guys, this is a special edition of At Home with the Homie, and I am going to be the name of the title of today's live stream is Passover Explained. So I did this last year, and I'm going to do it again this year for those people that are new. And hello to Eric Mendoza. How you doing, Eric? It's been a while since we've seen you. Hope all is well. Yes, everything is great. Thank you so much. And Ricardo is here. Hello, Ricardo. How you doing? So originally I thought I was going to be starting between 1:30 and 2 p.m. I got a late start because I had to cook my matzo balls. So everything is finished. I did my soup yesterday. I did my matzo ball mixture yesterday, and I had it in the fridge overnight. So, and then I just made the matzo balls. I boiled them in boiling salt water. So, my matzo balls are done. My soup is done. And then all I have to do is just prepare my dinner, and that'll be later on, after I finish the live stream. Life has been taking over me. I can imagine, Eric. I can imagine. And Dave in Bangor, Maine is joining us. Hello, Dave. How you doing? So glad everybody is here. And by the way, I'm also going to be gifting 10 memberships today for the month of April. I didn't do it in March. I actually forgot to do it in March, but that's okay. I will be doing that today for the month of April. So 10 people will be receiving memberships today. So, and hello, Big Sky. Hey, Big Sky. How you doing? Saying hello, Alan. Happy Passover. Thank you so much. So, guys, I'm going to be explaining what Passover is and why it is celebrated. And this year, guys, I was fortunate enough to get a prepared Seder plate. And I'm going to be explaining what each part of the Seder plate is and what it represents. So, hopefully this will be a learning experience for those people that have never heard. Oh, I'm sure you've heard of Passover, but don't know what Passover is and why we celebrate Passover. So, I have my book here called The Answer Is, and over 1,000 answers to 300 questions. So, it's a really, really good book. It explains all about Passover, and again, why Passover is celebrated. So, I'm going to be going through some main things. I'm not going to be going through the entire thing, obviously. I'm not going to be going through all 1,000 answers, guys. No, we don't have that kind of time. I'm not going to be going over 300 questions. But I'm going to explain the main points as to why we celebrate Passover. Now, the main reason as to why we celebrate Passover, guys, is because of the Exodus from Egypt. When Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, and Big Sky is at the Cherry Blossom Japanese Festival. Oh, very nice. Sitting on a bed. Oh, awesome, Big Sky. Enjoy. Oh, I definitely have to get to see the cherry blossoms this year in Central Park. I'm hoping to be able to do that. Maybe I'll do it during the week. We will see. But it's definitely something that I should be planning. Anyway, yeah, so I definitely want to do that. So as I was saying, it has to do with the Exodus from Egypt, when Moses was finally able to lead the Israelites. And hello, Coconut Telegraph. Hey, you doing, Coconut? Happy Passover, by the way. The 10 Commandments is on 7 p.m. on ABC. Oh, thank you so much, Coconut. Thank you. And Karina Thompson. Hey, Karina. How you doing? So, guys, now last year I did post my recipe for chicken soup and matzo balls. So for those of you that were not able to get that recipe, I can repost it again on my community page. I will do that after the stream. And again, guys, I am going to be gifting 10 memberships today. I don't think this is going to be a very long live stream. I do want to be able to cover why Passover is celebrated, what the significance is. Hello to Joss Dean. Hi, Joss. How you doing? So, anyway, let's get started. So, as I was saying, it has to do with when Moses was finally freed from slavery from the Egyptian Pharaoh, and after the plagues. And again, if you watch the Ten Commandments, and by the way, that is the classic, the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston. If you want to really understand what Passover is, watch the Ten Commandments. That'll sum it all up for you in a nutshell. Charlton Heston was great in that role. So yeah, definitely watch the Ten Commandments tonight on ABC. Thank you so much, Coconut, for letting me know. Anyway, so we're going to start with the Seder plate, and everything on this Seder plate has significance. So, okay, let me show it to you again. Everything on this plate has significance. Now, the reason nothing is falling off is because it's covered in plastic. So, okay. So I'm going to show you what everything is. Let me take the plastic off. Oh, and by the way, this was purchased from the Park East Kosher Butchers here in Manhattan on First Avenue. A 6-hour nutshell, exactly. And hello, Leela. Hey, Leela, how you doing? I'm glad everybody is here joining me. We've already got 13 people in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me take this plastic shrink wrap off. I hate shrink wrap because shrink wrap is so hard to get off. There we go. All right. Have my garbage pail right there. Okay. So, let's get started. So, in the book, it explains what the Seder plate is and all of the things that it has on it. I hope you could see. Okay. So, let us start with, we'll start with the egg. Okay? So, why is the egg symbolic for Passover? Okay. It actually symbolizes the morning, not morning, afternoon, evening, not that morning when you're in mourning. Leela's saying, I saw some place in Los Angeles that makes matzah pizza. Yeah. Oh, yes. I plan on making matzah pizza, by the way. And I maybe I'll do a stream, not a live stream. I'll do a cooking stream. Maybe. Matzah pizza is very easy. All you have to do is just first make a matzah brie. And then again, I'll show you how to do it step by step. It won't be a live stream, but it'll be, one of those premiere streams that I do when I do my cooking streams. Anyway, so you make a matzah brie. You cover it with some good kosher sauce, tomato sauce. You buy some kosher cheese, and they sell kosher for Passover cheese, kosher for Passover sauce. And I'm also going to show you something really special, a special kind of matzah that I didn't have last year, but I bought it this year. It's expensive. It's very expensive. I bought it at Fairway Market, because Fairway here on the Upper East Side has a whole kosher for Passover section. And by the way, now, so this matzah is very expensive. $35 for this box of matzah. So, and Leela's saying that would be fun. Yes, I'm going to definitely show it to you. And Damien, hey Damien, how you doing? Damien saying good afternoon. great to see you. And it's great to see you too, Damien. Regards to both you and Patricia, my dear, dear friends. Anyway, so getting back to the egg. So, why is an egg, which symbolizes mourning for the destruction of the temple, eaten at the Seder when we are supposed to be joyous? Okay, now, again, we're supposed to be joyous during the holiday of Passover. Why? Because we were freed from slavery. I just jumbled that up. I said we were freed from slavery. I don't know what frayed from slavery means. Probably means frayed sleeves, huh? Anyway, we were freed from slavery, and we're supposed to be happy about that. So why would an egg, which symbolizes mourning for the destruction of the temple, why would, we're supposed to be joyous? Well, okay. When we celebrate Passover, we anticipate the future redemption. On the Seder night, when we see that the Messiah has not yet arrived, it is proper to mourn. Now, on the first day of Passover, it always falls on the same day of the week as the Jewish holiday of Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th day of Av. So if the first day of Passover is a Tuesday, then the 9th day of the Jewish month of Av also falls on a Tuesday later that year. To symbolize this, we eat an egg, which is a food given to mourners. Okay, so again, an egg is a food that's given to people that are in mourning. Eggs, unlike other foods, become harder the longer they are cooked. Yes, a hard-boiled egg, obviously. So when you boil an egg, it does become harder the longer it is cooked. Similarly, the more a Jew is afflicted, the more firmly he clings to his faith. So, okay. So, again, the longer it's cooked, the harder it gets. And again, the more a Jew is afflicted, the more firmly he clings to his faith, the more he believes in the Jewish faith. Okay. Now, this next thing is horseradish, which is known as a bitter herb. Okay, a bitter herb. And, ooh, yeah, that's pure horseradish, guys. That is pure horseradish, shredded horseradish. Okay. And horseradish, bitter herbs are eaten on Passover. Irina, hi, Irina. How you doing? Saying happy Passover. Thank you so much, Irina. The reason why we eat bitter herbs, guys, and Bamagator. Hey, Bob, how you doing? The reason why we eat bitter herbs is because we think of the bitter times when the Jews were slaves in Egypt. So again, that's why we have bitter herbs. I'm going to take a small piece of this horseradish. And if you need your nasal passages to be cleared, pure horseradish. Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you. So the bitter herbs remind us of the bitter times from when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. Okay. All right. Now, okay, the next thing, the name of the book that we read from on Passover is called the Haggadah. And why is it called a Haggadah? Because the Haggadah contains praise and thanks to God for taking us out of Egypt and keeping with the interpretation of the word Haggadati. Okay, so it contains praise and thanks to God. Now, on Passover, we drink 4 cups of wine. Why do we drink 4 cups of wine? The 4 cups correspond to the 4 cups of retribution that Hashem will mete out the nations that enslaved the Jewish people. The 4 cups also correspond to the 4 eras, which is this world, the days of the Messiah, the revival of the dead, and the world to come. Okay. Now, the next thing on the Seder plate, this is called haroset. Haroset is made from apples, wine, and usually nuts, such as walnuts. Okay? It reminds us of the mortar that the Israelites used to build the huts and the pyramids in Egypt. So again, it reminds us of the mortar because it's very, very thick. It's almost, almost like a glue or a cement, so to speak, because it thickens up as it's mixed. Okay, so again, it's made from apples, wine, and walnuts. Okay, and it's very sweet. It's got a nice sweet taste. I'll taste a little bit of it. Okay, I didn't want to take that much. I'm going to need some of this later for when I have my Seder, but not bad. Can definitely taste the wine. Definitely taste the wine. Okay. Next. This is lettuce. It's actually used as a green vegetable. Why a green vegetable? Okay. We take the green vegetable and we dip it into salt water. Why salt water? Because salt water reminds us of the sweat and the tears that accumulated as, again, the Jews were working, as the Israelites were working. Again, they were slaves in Egypt. Excuse me, I just needed a sip of water. And again, the salt water reminds us of the salt and the tears that accumulated as the Israelites were working as slaves. Okay, now I want to show you that special matzah that I bought. Again, this is very expensive matzah. It cost me $35 for the box. So I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay. I don't know why I'm sweating so much. Okay. So this is it, guys. It's called Shmura Matzah. It is handmade matzah. Handmade. It's not made by a machine. It's handmade matzah. Now, in order for matzah to be kosher for Passover, it cannot be in the oven any longer than 18 minutes. It cannot be any longer than 18 minutes in the oven. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, let's see. Open it from the top. Okay. Irina's saying, I got to see this matzah. Yes. Okay. It's wrapped very carefully. Bob's saying, I love matzah. Okay. Let me aim the camera down. Okay. Here it is. Here's one piece of it. So again, this is handmade matzah. It is not made by a machine. It is handmade. Here's a piece that was already broken. I don't want to break the other one yet because I want to say again, I want to save it for my Seder. And there are about, let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, there's about 6 pieces or 7 pieces. But this one is already broken. So, break off a piece. And hello to Maria. Hi, Maria. Guys, after not having matzah for a whole year, this is good. Nice, crisp. Okay, so again, very, very expensive. $35 for this box of matzah. Very expensive. Why? Because it's handmade and okay. So anyway, okay. So let me put this back in the box because I'm going to save the rest of it for later on when I have my Seder. And I've got to put it in carefully. Okay. So that is my $35 box of matzah. Maria's saying it looks good. Matzah is good with cream cheese. Yes, Karina, yes. I bought my cream cheese. Yes, I have my cream cheese. So, okay. So that was my $35 box of matzah. Okay, moving along. So the green vegetable, we dip that into the salt water. I showed that to you. It's just plain lettuce. Okay, just one piece of lettuce. And we dip that into salt water. You can use either lettuce or you could also use parsley. I bought parsley also. Again, something else that I didn't have last year that I remembered to buy this year. Okay. All right, let me close this up. Okay. Let's see. We have more. Okay, I don't know why we have more lettuce. Okay. Next. This is a shank bone. Okay. Piece of a shank bone. Why is it a shank bone? Why do we have a shank bone? Because the Jews had to sacrifice a lamb. It was called the Paschal lamb. So we use the shank bone from the lamb as a reminder that they sacrificed the lamb, and they put the blood of that lamb on the doorposts of the house so that the angel of death would overlook, okay? It's like the angel of death knew that it was a Jewish household, and the angel of death would not kill the firstborn son of that Jewish family. So that's why, again, we have the shank bone as a reminder of the Paschal lamb, that lamb was sacrificed, and it reminds us that they used the blood of that lamb on the doorposts to prevent the angel of death from killing the firstborn son of the Jewish household. Okay, so again, that's why we have the shank bone. Okay, so again, those are all the parts of the Seder plate. So I hope that gives you a little bit better of an understanding. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a break from the explanation of the Passover Seder. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to gift 10 memberships. So let me go into the stream. Okay. And let's gift those memberships. Okay, here we go. So the first 5 memberships. Let's get a drum roll. Brrr. Here we go. The first 5 memberships are going to... Da, 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 da. The first 5 memberships. Penelope Meow, Nicole E, Blue Star, hey, Dave in Bangor, Maine, and HC Teacher Virginia. Yay! All right. Okay, so again, Penelope Meow, Nicole E, Blue Star, Dave in Bangor, Maine. Hey, Dave, you just got a membership. And HC Teacher Virginia. Congratulations to those 5. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, glad to have you as members of Homies Heard. We will gift 5 more in a little while. I want to continue now. Leela saying yay. Maria saying congratulations to all of the new gifted members. Thank you for saying that, Maria. Ricardo saying congrats to Dave. And congrats to all of those people that are now members of Homies Heard. Okay. So, we are now going to continue on. Everybody congratulating Dave. That's awesome. Okay. So, there are many different parts to the Passover Seder. Now, usually people don't, in a very, very religious Jewish household, people will not start eating until well after 9 or 10 p.m. So, and Irina saying congrats to all the new members. So, why does it take so long to start eating? Because they go through a lot of different prayers and a lot of different ceremonies before the actual eating takes place. Now, again, the word Seder does not mean actually eating. The word Seder comes from the Hebrew word Siddur, which means order. So the Seder is actually an order of things that have to take place before you actually start eating. Sharon is saying, I don't see the gifted memberships here. Yeah, they should have shown up. I mean, they're on my computer screen. So I know that they were definitely there. But maybe, I don't know, maybe if you go back, Sharon, I'm not sure. No, she's not in here. You don't have to be in the chat, by the way, in order to receive the membership. So you don't have to be part of the chat in order to receive a membership. Okay. So anyway, no, but Virginia is not in here. No, unfortunately. Anyway. So, and I hear rain outside. My window I hear the rain right outside my window. No, they are not here. Yeah. But again, you do not have to be in the chat in order to receive a membership. As long as you opt in for membership, then you can receive a membership. So again, you do not have to be in the chat to receive the membership. Okay. The next part of the Seder is called Yachatz. Now, Yachatz is where you take 3 matzahs and you put them under a cloth, and then you say the blessing over the matzah, and then what you do is you take the middle matzah and you break it in half. Half of that matzah is used for what they call the afikomen, which is the dessert. Obviously, you don't eat matzah for dessert, but it's called the dessert matzah. The other half is taken and it's wrapped up and it's hidden, and all the children get to go look for the hidden matzah, and they receive a prize. For the person who finds it receives a prize. But when I was a kid, we all got a prize. My grandfather always gave us, he always used to give us a $2 bill. We used to love getting the $2 bills. And it was awesome. It was really a lot of fun. being a kid in my household was so much fun. We used to have a lot of people at my parents' house. My mom used to do all the cooking. And of course, I was a kid, so I would help as much as I can. But, we would have maybe 14 or 15 people over. So it was, we had a large crowd of people over. The gifted memberships are in the other chat. Okay, I don't know what other chat there is. But okay, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Not this one? Interesting. I don't know. That's weird. That's very weird. It's in the other chat, but not this one. I don't know what other chat there is. Again, they're I see them on my... Let me see something. Guys, go to the other stream. Oh, wait a second. I'm just wondering. Give me a second, guys. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I see what happened. Huh. I see what happened. Okay, guys. So I think for the other 5, I'm going to have to gift it in this one. That's weird. That is really, really weird. It was in the other one. Okay. All right, because now I see myself live on my computer. Thank you, Sharon, and thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Ricardo, thank you. Sharon L., thank you so much, both of you. As a matter of fact, you know what? Sharon, I am going to... Give me a second. There we go. Sharon L., congratulations. You are now part of Al and the Homies Mod Squad. You know what, Sharon? Because you've been so faithful and so dedicated to the channel, I want to thank you so, so much, Sharon. So, Sharon, you are now a mod and part of my Mod Squad. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really, really, really appreciate it. Everything that you do, all the times that you're here for me, thank you so much, Sharon. I really appreciate it. So, Sharon L., welcome, Sharon L., to the Mod Squad. You are now a member of Al and the Homies Mod Squad. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Sharon. And again, thank you also, Ricardo, for your help and letting me know. Irina saying, what other chat? I don't know. I must have hit the other chat where... Yeah, you have to, I don't know. I think I went to the other... Oh, I know which one I went to. Okay, I know which one I went to, guys. I went to the one that says, upcoming. Okay, if you click on where it says live, and then you see where it says upcoming, I think I clicked on that one by mistake. Thank you so much. And Sharon L., you now have a wrench, and you're very, very welcome, Sharon. Thank you so much. And everybody's now congratulating Sharon L. And again, thank you, Sharon L., thank you. Ricardo, thank you. And you guys, I can't do this without you guys because you are all so helpful to me. Again, Ricardo has been there from the very beginning, along with my dear, dear brother, Andrew, not my real brother, but my brother from another mother, Andrew, of course. Andrew, who I've known since 4th grade. So Ricardo and Andrew have been there since the very beginning. So again, everybody congratulating Sharon L. Sharon, thank you so much for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are awesome. Anyway, okay, so we break the middle matzah. Half of it is saved for, and again, what we do is we take 3 pieces of matzah, we put it on a plate, and we cover it with a special cloth. It's called a matzah cover. And Sally Scipio saying, this is so much fun. Well, thank you, Sally. I am so glad. And Sally, I can't wait until you come to Manhattan. You're going to love it here. You're going to love it here in Manhattan, Sally. Anyway, so you break the middle matzah, okay? Half of it is saved as the dessert matzah called the afikomen. The other half is hidden by the oldest member of the household, which was at that time, which was my grandparents, my grandfather. So he hid the matzah. And as kids, me, my cousins, we all used to go, my sister, we all used to go looking all over my parents' house for it. We never knew where it was hidden. Every year, my grandfather always thought of a new place, and he would always do it when we weren't looking. How did he know? How did he know? So we always had so much fun. I remember those times as if they were yesterday. But unfortunately, I'm by myself now because my sister is down in Florida and my 3 nephews are down there. My oldest nephew, of course, will be back up here soon. And I'll be able to celebrate the rest of Passover with him when he comes back up. So, and by the way, Passover, for those of you that did not know, Passover is 8 days. Again, tonight is the first night. And remember, the Jewish calendar, we go according to the lunar calendar. We don't go according to the Gregorian calendar, which is regular calendar. We go according to the lunar calendar, which is the moon. And hello to Alfred Cluse joining us from Canada. Hello, Alfred. And Nicole E. joining us. Hello, Nicole. Maria, Ricardo sending a whole bunch of Hershey's Kisses home emojis. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Sending out those Hershey's Kisses. Let's get some Hershey's Kisses before we move on. Okay, some Hershey's Kisses before we move on. Let's get some of them Hershey's Kisses. There we go. And maybe some real Hershey's Kisses? Why not? There we go. Some real Hershey's Kisses. Okay, there we go. So thank you for dropping those Hershey's Kisses. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Leela saying, isn't Hanukkah 8 days as well? Yes, it is. That's right. Is there significance with that number? That's a good question. Is there significance? Well, the reason why 8 days of Hanukkah is because the oil in the lamp that was lit, oh my God, where is my English coming from today? That was lit by Judah Maccabee after the destruction of the temple. So that little tiny drop of oil lasted for 8 days. So that's the significance of the 8 days of Hanukkah. 8 days of Passover, I have to look that up. I have to look up why it's celebrated for 8 days. Because in Israel, believe it or not, in Israel, Passover is only celebrated for 7 days. Okay, again, tonight is the first night, no matter where you are in the world, tonight is the first night of Passover. But in Israel, they only celebrate Passover for 7 days, whereas everywhere else in the world, Passover is celebrated for 8 days. But the significance, that I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But again, the significance of the 8 days of Hanukkah is because that little drop of oil lasted for 8 days. So that's why Hanukkah is celebrated for 8 days. Anyway, okay. Now, okay. I'm sure people want to know, why do you break that middle matzah in half? What does it signify? The middle matzah being broken in half signifies the splitting of the Red Sea. Yes! Something else you'll be able to watch on the 10 Commandments tonight on ABC. So, again, when Moses split the Red Sea, allowing the Israelites to cross in safety from Egypt to the Holy Land, again, splitting the Red Sea allowed... Oh, there we go. Now Maria's dropping the home emojis. Thank you so much, Maria. Dropping those Hershey's Kisses. Anyway, So that's why we split the middle matzah in half. It signifies the splitting of the Red Sea. Okay. Now, during Passover, during the Seder, it's customary to sing a song called the Four Questions. Okay, so let me go to the Four Questions. Here we go. And the Four Questions tells of the actual story of the Exodus from Egypt. Bob saying, great movie, The Ten Commandments. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Maria saying, I love the Moses story. Well, thank you, Maria. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad Ricardo's here. I'm glad everybody's here. Bob, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad Leela's here. I'm glad Sharon L. and Sally Scipio are here. I'm glad Dave in Bangor, Maine is here. I'm glad everybody that's here joining us right now. Thank you. And Jonathan Hard, hello from England. Hi, Jonathan. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. And by the way, guys, if you like what you see, I please ask you to please give it a like. You can do that by smashing the like button. So please, if you like what you see, guys, give it a like. Don't forget to share it with your friends. There it is. I don't know why my graphics are coming up delayed. Of course, if you're new to the channel, I hope that you will subscribe. And as always, guys, at the very end of the stream, please leave a comment. You know why. Why, guys? Because it helps the algorithm. That's right. So please leave a comment at the very end. I appreciate it. And Leela saying it's nice to be part of Passover. Well, I wish that everybody could be here. I wish I had a table for right now with 19 people in here in the chat. I wish I had a table for 19. Maria saying you're welcome, and thank you, Alan. It's good to be here. It's great to have you here, Maria. Thank you. I wish I had a table for 19 so that you could all physically join me, but I know that you're all here watching, and I appreciate that. But again, as soon as I'm done with the stream, I am going to prepare my dinner. So my soup is done, thank goodness. My matzo balls are done. I don't know why my tongue is being affected this way. I don't know why I'm talking this way right now. But anyway, so as soon as I'm done with the stream, I will be preparing my dinner. Alfred is saying, are you or were you a teacher? You would be a good one. I certainly was a teacher, yes. I was an elementary school science teacher. So I am retired from the New York City Department of Education, but thank you for asking, Alfred. Yes, I was a New York City science teacher for 20 years. So I definitely earned my salary and my pension. So anyway, okay. So the Four Questions tells of the story of the Exodus from Egypt, the leaving from Egypt. The Exodus, the word Exodus means leaving. For those of you that aren't familiar with that word, Exodus means from leaving from. So the Exodus from Egypt. And, okay, so the Four Questions. And if you'd like, I will sing it for you. Okay, here we go. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halaylot, mikol halaylot. Okay, I'm going to stop there for a second. I'm going to explain in English what I just said. Why is this night different from all other nights? That's what I just said in Hebrew. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halaylot. Why is this night different from all other nights? Mikol means from all other, and halelot comes from the word laila, which means night. In Hebrew, you would say laila tov, which means good night. So halelot means the nights, or why is this different from all other nights? Why is this night? Why is this night, this very night, why is this night different from all other nights? Oh, and by the way, the youngest child is usually the one that sang the 4 questions. We all used to sing it anyway. Okay, so here comes the first question. Shebechol haleilot anu ochlin chametz umatzah. Chametz umatzah. Halayla hazeh, kulo matzah. Halayla hazeh, kulo matzah. And Leela saying that's where her name came. Wow, Leela, see, it's a beautiful name, Leela. And okay, so her name comes from the Hebrew word Laila, which means night or evening. Okay, Laila Tov, again, in Hebrew, means good evening or good night. So, that is awesome, Leela. That's where her name comes from. Wow, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, what did I just say? Okay, I just said on all other nights, we may eat what we call chametz and matzah, but on this night, only matzah. Now, chametz is all of the food that we are prohibited from eating during Passover. Okay, that includes leavened bread, anything that's risen, okay, bread, any crackers that are not matzah. We can eat matzah anytime during the year, along with sing Dayenu. Yes, I will sing Dayenu. Absolutely, Irina. Absolutely. So, okay, so we're able to eat matzah anytime during the year, along with foods that we would normally also eat during the year. Spaghetti, we can eat pastas, we can eat during the year. Rice, corn, that's another thing that we don't eat during Passover. We don't eat corn, we don't eat pasta, we don't eat bread or anything that's leavened. That includes certain kinds of crackers as well, because certain kinds of crackers do rise even just a little bit. Okay, because they're baked longer than 18 minutes. Matzah can only be baked for 18 minutes. If it's any longer than 18 minutes, that means it has a chance to rise in the oven, and it is not kosher for Passover. Okay, so that means that if that matzah is in the oven any longer than 18 minutes, it's discarded, or it's given away to poor people or anybody that does not keep kosher for Passover during the Passover holiday. So again, matzah can only be in the oven for 18 minutes. Thank you so much for dropping those special emojis. Thank you so much, Maria. Oh, awesome. Sharon L saying very interesting. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this. I'm glad that I'm able to bring you this special live stream today. And okay, well, we're streaming now for 49 minutes and 23 people are here in the chat. Thank you. Okay. So, again, we only eat foods that say kosher for Passover on them. And I have all of my foods. By the way, I want to just show you one other thing, or a couple of other things. Okay. These are Manischewitz potato chips. They're called Manny's. Manischewitz potato chips. They are kosher for Passover. And it says right on the bottom of the bag. There it is. Kosher for Passover. It has to say kosher for Passover. And, of course, everybody loves macaroons. Honey nut macaroons. Okay, and again, kosher for Passover. Yeah, they're right at the bottom over there. It says kosher for Passover. Okay, and Ricardo dropping some special rose emojis and lips. Oh, from Maria. Whoa, Ricardo. Uh-oh. What's going on there? What's going on there, Ricardo? Anyway. So, it has to say kosher for Passover on the item in order for me to eat it during Passover. Okay, if it does not say kosher for Passover, then I cannot eat it. Okay, even certain drinks, sodas or whatever, or juices, they also have to say on the label kosher for Passover. So, okay, I'm restricted as to what I can eat and drink during the holiday of Passover, but hey, it's only 8 days, and I have plenty of food. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Right, Leela? Hello to Tomas Lee. Hello, Tomas. Push that like button. Yes, thank you so much, Tomas. Thank you. That's right, Leela. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. A boom, chicka, boom, boom. That's a good one. Thank you, Leela. Anyway, so getting back to the 4 questions. Let's get back. Okay. Question number 2. Shebechol halelot anu ochlin she'ar yirakot halayla hazeh maror. Okay. And what I just said was, on all other nights, we may eat many vegetables, but on this night, we eat maror. Maror, again, is the bitter vegetable that I showed you, the horseradish. Again, this is pure horseradish. Maria wants to know, how long does Passover last? 8 days. 8 days. As a matter of fact, Passover will end. The last day of Passover is actually going to be on Easter Sunday. So the 20th is the last day of Passover, which will also be Easter Sunday. So it works out interesting that way, how the last day of Passover is actually going to be on Easter Sunday. Okay, so why do we eat the bitter vegetable? Because, again, it reminds us of the bitterness that we were as slaves, because we suffered under the Pharaoh, and again, we were slaves. So we were very, very bitter against that. Patricia Cruz. Hello, Patricia. How you doing? 29 people here in the chat right now. Thank you all so much for joining me on this special edition of At Home with the Homie, Passover Explained. So I'm glad you're all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next question. Question number 3. Shebechol halelot ein anu matpilin afilu pa'am echat Halayla hazeh, shtei fe'amim. Halayla hazeh, shtei fe'amim. Okay, so what did I just say? I just said on all of the nights, we do not dip even once, but on this night, we dip twice. Remember, I was telling you how we dip the green vegetable into the salt water. Again, the salt water reminds us of the tears. And by the way, Leela, that Patricia Cruz that just joined us, that's not Damien's wife. Patricia Coughlin is Damien's wife, but that's okay. Thank you for saying hello to both of them anyway, Leela. But Patricia Cruz is a different Patricia. We have many Patricias here. We have Patricia Cruz and Patricia Coughlin again, which is Damien's wife. But thank you, Leela. I appreciate you saying hi to them. Thank you. And Patricia saying hello to everybody, giving a Statue of Liberty emoji. Thank you so much, Patricia. Oh, that's okay, Leela. That's okay. So we don't dip once, but we dip it twice into the salt water. We dip the green vegetable into the salt water. And again, I will be doing that. And hi to Damien's wife as well. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Leela. So we dip it not once, but twice. Last question, the 4th question. Shebechol halelot anu ochlin ben yoshvinu vein misubin halayla hazeh kulanu misubin halayla hazeh kulanu misubin. Ricardo saying, I also remember it, Patricia Johnson. Yes. Okay. What did I just say? The 4th question on all of the nights. we eat either sitting or reclining, but on this night we all recline. Why is it symbolic to recline? The reason why is because being that we were slaves and we were building and working, and Pharaoh was forcing us to do this work, and he would not allow us to go. He would not allow us to have a meal comfortably. Okay? So why do we recline? Because it is symbolic to recline, to show that we are eating comfortably. We are enjoying our Seder. We are enjoying being with our family and friends, people that we love. So that's why we recline during the Passover Seder. So we eat. Now, we don't eat laying down. Obviously, that would not be too healthy. Maria saying, I wish I could speak Hebrew. It's a tough language to learn, trust me. I went through 7 years of Hebrew school. After going to regular public school during the day. 7 years of going to Hebrew school. After public school, 3 days a week, I would go Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday to Hebrew school. So trust me, I know what it's like. And Hebrew is a very, very tough language. But once you do learn it, it sticks with you. And by the way, Hebrew is written from right to left. So you start on the right, okay, and you move to the left. So Hebrew is actually, it's a good thing I'm not dyslexic. Yes, so Hebrew is written from right to left, and that's the way you would read it. You read it from right to left. So here is the word Shebechol Halelot. Shebechol Halelot Anu Ochli. Okay. But that's a lesson for a different time. Leela saying, I thought going to Lutheran catechism. Oh, Lutheran catechism was rough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. 7 years. That's right, Maria. That's right. I started when I was in first grade in elementary school. And then when my bar mitzvah, I was bar mitzvahed at age 13. I was in 7th grade. So from 1st to 7th grade, yeah, I went for 7 years of Hebrew school from 1st to 7th grade. And I learned a lot, and again, being brought up in a Jewish household also helped. Karina saying, I've been to a Seder for all 8 days with my Jewish friend. Oh, nice. An experience I'll never forget. Oh, Karina, that's awesome. That is beautiful. Wow, Karina, thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate that. Wow. All 8 days. Now, okay, what most Jews do, we only have 2 Seders, the first and the second night. And it's very hard to read. Yes, exactly, Maria. You really have to know the Hebrew letters and the vowels in order to be able to read Hebrew. Absolutely. But Karina, that is awesome. Wow, that is really awesome. Now, my sister is doing 2 Seders at her house in Florida. I'll be doing a second Seder tomorrow night. Of course, again, I'm all by myself. All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore. Anyway, Irina saying my ex is Jewish and I celebrated for 25 years. Oh, Irina, that's fantastic. Wow. Celebrated for 25 years. Hey, it's a lot of cooking. A lot of cooking. Trust me, I know. I'm so glad that I prepared my chicken soup yesterday, and I prepared the matzo ball mixture last night, and I refrigerated it overnight, and I cooked the matzo balls. I boiled them right before I started this live stream, by the way. I boiled the matzo balls. I tried one, by the way. OMG. They came out so fluffy and delicious. That's the key, guys. By the way, also adding seltzer, that helps. But if you need the recipe, guys, it's no problem. I will repost the recipe on my community page so you could check it out. They came out so far. The key is adding seltzer, number 1. And number 2, the chicken fat also helps, by the way. refrigerating it overnight. You have to refrigerate it overnight, guys. That's the only way it's going to work. And then you boil them up until they start to float. And then once they float, they come out of the water. A lot of Dayenu singing. Yes, Irina, absolutely. And I will be singing. I promise you, I will sing Dayenu in a little while. So that's the 4 questions. Okay. Now, why do we dip our food? You're probably wondering why we dip our food on the Seder night. Okay. Why do we dip it? And especially, and again, I told you why we dip it into salt water, again, because it reminds us of the tears and the sweat. On the Seder night, we do say a blessing before we dip. The rest of the year, we dip without saying a special blessing. Let's see if it says anything else. Doesn't say anything else about the dipping. Interesting. Okay. Okay, now, after we sing the 4 questions, Irina said, I will sing along with you, Alan. Oh, thank you, Irina. That's awesome. I will definitely sing that. We'll do that in just a little while. So again, the miracle of the Exodus from Egypt. So Moses led us out from Egypt across the Red Sea. He split the Red Sea so that the Israelites were able to cross in safety. And then as soon as the very, very last Israelite crossed into the Holy Land, then Moses returned the Red Sea back to its normal depth, and anybody else that was still trying to cross, which would have been the Egyptians, they all perished. Marie saying, a new Christian Jewish family had a Jewish school in Houston, Texas. Wow. Very, very interesting. New Christian Jewish family had a Jewish school in Houston, Texas. Very interesting. And by the way, there are a lot of Jews in Texas. Karina saying, I will try to sing along with you also, with y'all also. Well, I appreciate that, Karina. Everybody is welcome to join. It's a fun song to sing. We loved, as a matter of fact, when we were kids, especially when we were in Hebrew school, I used to love singing Dayenu. So we'll get to that in just a few moments. So we tell the story, the story of the Exodus from Egypt. Okay. And we're going to move along. So before I sing Dayenu, I gotta find it first. Oh, okay. The 10 plagues. Okay. Now, okay. Now, what happens when we recite the 10 plagues, okay, is we fill our cup with wine and we spill a drop of wine onto our plate to after we say each plague, okay? So let me go to the 10 plagues and I will read them to you. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Now, why were there 10 plagues and not more or not less? The 10 plagues correspond with the 10 trials in which Abraham was tested and over which he triumphed. With each plague, the Jewish people were purified. The 10 plagues correspond to the 10 utterances with which the world was created. Pharaoh denied the existence of God. Okay, remember that. Pharaoh did not believe in God. Okay. Pharaoh denied the existence of God. In response to the words that he spoke, he was afflicted with the 10 plagues. The 10 plagues also correspond to the 10 commandments. Interesting, guys. Look at that. The 10 plagues also correspond to the 10 commandments. In the merit of the Jews fulfilling these commandments, the world, whose nature was changed during the plagues, continues to exist. Now, a lot of people seem to think also, by the way, that the plagues could have definitely happened. The water, the turning into blood, how could that have happened? Well, scientists believe that because there are such things as red algae, that it actually gave the water an appearance of being red. Yes, there are things called red algae, guys. Now, remember, I was a science teacher. So, and Karina is saying, I found out that parting of the Red Sea happened at night. I thought it happened during the daytime. That's interesting. I didn't know that either. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Naboul. Naboul is here joining us. Hello from Paris, France. How you doing, Naboul? Happy Passover. Thank you, Naboul. Sharon is saying, I'm enjoying this. Well, thank you so much, Sharon. I enjoy having you here with us. 23 people here in the chat right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the 10 plagues. So that number 10 has a lot of significance. Okay, let me read the 10 plagues to you. The first one is Dam, which is blood. The second one is Tzefardea, frogs. The third one is Kinim, which is lice. The fourth one is Arov, which is wild beasts. The fifth one is Dever, which is pestilence. The sixth one is Barad, which is boils. The seventh one is Arbe, which is hail. The eighth one is Choshech, which is locusts. I'm sorry, wait a second. I think I skipped one. Dam, Tzefardea, Kinim, Arov, Dever. Oh, Shechin. I'm sorry. I skipped Shechin. Let me go back. Dam, blood. Tzefardea, frogs. Kinim, lice. Arov, wild beasts. Dever, pestilence. Shechin, boils. There we go. Barad, which is hail. Arbe, which is locusts. Choshech, which is darkness. And Makat Bekorot, which is the plague of the firstborn. Again, remember I told you that because of the sacrifice of the Paschal lamb, the Israelites put blood on the doorposts of the house, thereby allowing the angel of death to overpass or pass over those houses. Hey, pass over. Get it, guys? That's why they got the name Passover, because the angel of death passed over the homes of any Israelite that had the blood of the Paschal lamb on the doorpost. Okay? So that's why they got the name Passover, because the angel of death passed over those houses. And they saved any firstborn son of that family. Again, it was just the firstborn son. Had nothing to do with the daughter. It was just the firstborn son of that household. Okay, so those were the 10 plagues. And after every plague, Moses would say to Pharaoh, "Let my people go." And he kept refusing. He kept refusing. He kept refusing. When did he finally come to his senses and stop? After Pharaoh's son was killed, because obviously Pharaoh's home did not have the blood of the Paschal lamb on the doorpost. Therefore, the angel of death came by and slaughtered the Pharaoh's son. So Pharaoh, being so upset as he was, decided, Moses, I am allowing your people to go. Your people are free from Egypt. They are no longer slaves. Therefore, you may go. But was Pharaoh convinced? Well, not at the very end. Why? Because he sent all of his troops out to chase Moses and the Israelites as they were crossing the Red Sea. And of course, what happened to Pharaoh's people, to his guards, as they were chasing the Israelites? They all drowned once the last Israelite crossed the Red Sea. Once Moses returned the Red Sea to its normal depth, whoever was still crossing the Red Sea at that time perished. Okay. All right. So again, the blood, the water changing the color of blood. Again, many scientists believe that since there are things called red algae, that could have made the water turn red. And there are a lot of other explanations as to why or as to how these 10 plagues all could have taken place. Darkness, obviously, there could have been there was no such thing as electricity, but there could have been an eclipse. Okay, they didn't know about eclipses back then. They did not know that the sun could be covered by the moon. Okay, so therefore, could have been an eclipse. Now, obviously, there was no electricity at that time, so we can't blame it on a blackout. Can't blame it on a blackout, guys, because there was no electricity back in biblical times. So, but there could have been an eclipse. Okay? The earth was around, the moon was there, the sun was there. So, there could have been an eclipse. That could have caused darkness. Okay? And, hey, we've all seen a solar eclipse, guys, and the sky turns dark. But they didn't know that back then. You know, they didn't have scientists back then. They weren't aware of all of these scientific things. Okay? So, I'm going to turn to Dayenu, and we're going to sing it in just a moment. But before we do, guys, I have to gift the next 5 memberships, and hopefully you should be able to see it. So give me one moment. I'm looking for Dayenu. I think I'm going to have to look in my other book. I know it's definitely in here. Here we go. Here's Dayenu. Okay. So here is the song Dayenu. And we will sing it in just a little bit. But before I do that, guys, I'm going to gift those next 5 memberships. So here we go. Yes, good luck to everybody. And Bob, thank you, sir. Bob saying, very interesting live stream. Thank you so much, Bob. Bamigator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And good luck to everybody. Here we go. Here come the next 5 gifted memberships. Here we go. Drum roll. Brrr. Okay, here we go, guys. NY, Tizzy Tisdale, NG, Jimmy ZNJ, and Patricia Coughlin. Hey, Damien, your wife just got a membership. Awesome. Congratulations to those next 5 people that have just received memberships to Homies Heard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Again, NY, Tizzy Tisdale, NG, Jimmy ZNJ, and Patricia Coughlin. Congratulations. Yes, okay, so I hope that Damien is still here. Damien, your wife is now a member of Homies Heard. Congratulations. Yes, Maria, congratulations to all of the new gifted members. And to celebrate now the gifted members, we are going to sing Dayenu. For those of you that know it, please join with me. I will sing it nice and slow. So here we go. Ilu Hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, Hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, Dayenu. Everybody, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu, Dayenu. Ilu Natan lanu et haTorah, Natan lanu et haTorah, Dayenu. Everybody, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu, Dayenu. Next verse. Ilu Natan lanu et haShabbat, Natan lanu et haShabbat, Dayenu. Here we go now. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. One more time now. Dayenu. Everybody. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Woo! That was great. Thank you, everybody. Yay! Give yourself a nice round of applause. Showing you some love, guys. Everybody, give yourself a nice round of applause. Here we go. There we go. Nice round of applause for everybody. Showing you some love. There we go. Okay. Guys, show you some love. Here we go. You know how they go up, guys? And you know what happens when something goes up? Gravity will just bring them right back down. Woo! That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody giving a nice round of applause. Ricardo giving applause. Irina giving applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So glad that you're all here joining me. So that was Dayenu. I'm glad that you were able to join me. And Irina, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you joined me. And I hope that Karina also enjoyed and joined us. So thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. You are the best. But right now, guys, let me see. What time is it? It is 4:03. So I'm going to be preparing my dinner in about 15 or 20 minutes from now. Put everything up on the stove. Get everything ready to go. Because I am starting to get hungry. And I want to actually have my actual Seder, where I actually do my dipping and say my prayers. Karina said I was singing along. Awesome, Karina. Oh, I'm so glad. I am happy. Thank you so much. That is awesome. But anyway, I guess that's going to wrap things up because there's a lot more that, that I can tell you about, guys. I really don't want to go on forever and ever. But basically, guys, that's the story of Passover. Okay? That's the reason why we celebrate Passover. Nabul sending prayer. Thank you so much, Nabul. And again, I really want to thank everybody for joining me on this very special At Home with the Homie. I'm glad that you were all here joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot do this without you. Sharon L was even singing along. Oh, that's awesome, Sharon. Alfred Clue saying thank you. You're very welcome, and thank you for joining us from Canada. I appreciate that, Alfred. Thank you. And I appreciate everybody for joining us here today. Again, this very, very special At Home with the Homie, Passover Explained. I'm glad I was able to explain this to you. For those of you that learned something, thank you for being here. Nicole E. saying happy Passover. Thank you for all of the information. You're very welcome, Nicole. I'm glad you were here also. There are plenty more live streams to come. I'm hoping to be able to do some live streams during the week. It's supposed to be nice during the week. So hopefully I'll get out and we will do some live streams from outdoors. Maria saying, thank you, Alan. Enjoy your dinner. Have a blessed day. Take care. And blessings to you too, Maria. Hershey's kisses to you. Thank you, Maria. And again, my mod squad, thank you all for being here. And again, welcome Sharon L. to the mod squad. Sharon, thank you so much. Maria, thank you. Ricardo, thank you. My mods are awesome. Congratulations again to the 10 people that are now members of Homies Heard. And Karina saying, thanks, Alan. I've enjoyed it. Happy Passover. Thank you, Karina. I appreciate you being here as well. Thank you so much, guys. You are awesome. So I think we're going to wrap things up. This live stream is just about over and done. Make your life sweeter with food and fun. And do you believe I forgot my ending? Make your life sweeter with food and fun. If you're ever in need of anything to do, always know that the homie will be there for you. Life is full of hits and misses. I bid you adieu. Until next time, with love and Hershey's kisses. Thank you all so, so much. Irina, thank you. I'm glad you were here. Thanks for having Passover with us, Alan. You are very welcome. Thank you, Irina. I appreciate it. Ricardo saying, have a good one, everyone. Thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate you guys being here. Be well, be safe, and happy Passover to all of those that are celebrating. And enjoy your Seder. I will be here for my Seder. I will be celebrating. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Mwah. Love you all, guys. Let me get my outro ready to go, and I will see you again very, very, very soon. Bye, guys. Bye, Ricardo. Bye, everybody. Bye, Sharon L. Bye, Maria. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Die-die-enu. Die-die-enu. I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys. You gotta say, this is the last stop on this train.
Everyone, please leave the train, and thank you for riding New York City Transit.
There we go.
You can do it better than I can do it, Al.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train. Thank you for riding with MTA New York City Transit.
Alan knows two things unbelievably well. Three things, actually. He knows buses and trains.
That's right.
He knows food like you can't believe. And he knows and loves New York City. Alan, we love you.
And we love you too, Charlie. Right. Oh, look, here's Kay Ingram from WNBC.
Oh, gosh. Are we live?
We are live on YouTube, yes.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Kay.
You're the best. Oh, that's so awesome.
Hi, Wendy.
Yes, baby.
Hi, I love St. Dennis Medical.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Aww. And of course, the Goldbergs.
Thank you. That was so fun.
Yes, yes. Thank you. You're so awesome.
Much. Oh, you are.
Thank you.